How Caitlin Clark got the whole perspective with Fever coaches. While out with injury, Indianapolis Caitlin Clark found she had a lot to learn in her 3-week stint of watching her Indiana Fever from the bench. Clark, the Fever star point guard and reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year, strained her quad May 24th in a loss to the New York Liberty. She was ruled out for a minimum of 2 weeks, the first time she has been out for an extended period in both her collegiate and professional career. So, for the first time in 5 years, she found herself on the bench as her teammates took the court. Despite her frustration around being injured for the first time in her career, the time off helped Clark slow down in a way. Without needing to think about the direct next action on the court, needing to find the best shot or assist an open teammate, she could look at everything with a different perspective. When you're in the game and you have the ball in your hands, you're thinking about so many different things. Clark said you're trying to dribble, you're trying to drive, you're trying to pass, you're looking for your teammates, you're thinking about shooting. So it's hard to really, look at the game from the whole perspective of everybody on the floor. And I think that's a lot easier when you're out even on the bench, too. She wasn't just watching. Her coaching staff still put her to work. Clark sat directly next to the coaching staff during the 5 games she was out, assisting in note-taking and tracking different trends, including stops and shots. I think she notices trends a little bit more. Fever coach Stephanie White said of what Clark learned on the bench. We had her keep track of some stuff on the sideline. One of the things, especially as a point guard, is to understand when we've gone 3 or 4 possessions and we haven't got a high-quality shot, or they've gone 3 or 4 possessions and scored and we haven't been able to answer it. That was the goal for the Fever's coaching staff. Give Clark a unique perspective of the game, something she hasn't been able to see in her 5 years of high-level basketball. She's starting to recognize some of those things, starting to recognize mismatches, switches, how defenses are playing us, because you can see it differently from the sideline. Then you see it and sense it on the floor, White said. So just having an opportunity to sit back for the last 3 and see that, I think it's going to help her once she gets back on the floor. Indiana went 2-3 in the 5 games that Clark was out, and each had staggering differences in how the Fever played. There were a couple games that they seemed to click with the help of hardship player Ari McDonald, including a 27-point win over the Chicago Sky, but Indiana struggled finding a rhythm without Clark, playing a disjointed form of offense in their losses. Something that hung over the Fever the entire time that Clark was out, too, was that they struggled to keep the up-tempo pace that Clark is known for. The Fever couldn't push the pace in transition without Clark, and that led to a more predictable offense that was easier to defend.